All right, let's start in our seat. We'll start with our legs folded or one leg extended out. I feel like that's a little far away. I'm gonna just scoot it a little bit closer. All right, so find that nice comfortable seat up on those sits bones. Bring your hands around to the front of your shins and then just shift your rib cage as far as you can to each side. Just start to get some movement through that spine. Now go ahead and take your rib cage back. Pull away from your shins. Tuck into your low belly, round your spine away and let your chin soften toward your chest. Then pull against your shins and inhale, lift the top. Then exhale, do that rounding back. And inhale, lift the top. And exhale, round back. And inhale, lift top. Now let's combine. Exhale, round back. Then send your rib cage over to the right. And then forward. And then to your left. So just try to round all the way across. And make that rounding as large as you can. So now we can start dropping the chest closer to the ground when I come forward, pushing around to the back. And then when you feel ready, go ahead and switch directions. Just working into spinal mobility here. And as you come forward, you should feel that release through the lower back. And just one more time. You come back to your tall center. Roll your shoulders back. Take a deep breath. Inhale, fill it. Then turn your palms to the sky and lift out of the side to your waist. Then using your right hand, draw that left side over. Stretch down that side body. Then inhale, lift the top. Exhale, stretch your reach left arm, pulls your right side over. And back up tall. Then we'll bring those fingertips to the base of our skulls. The elbows go super wide. We tip the head back and support your head with your fingertips. And then try to nudge your elbows further back. And take a deep breath. Then inhale, lift the base of your skull. Gently soften your chin to your chest. Just let the weight of your fingertips press into the back of your head just a little bit so you feel that lengthening through the back of the neck. Then inhale, lift tall center, release your arms. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, rotate to your right. Right fingertips become a kickstand behind. The left arm comes across. You look over the right shoulder. Then you'll move that right hand closer to the right hip and drop that left shoulder toward that left knee. Your palm is still open. You're looking at the open hand. You're feeling that release of that left shoulder. Then we'll come back up top. Release that left arm. Feel it all the way up. Exhale, rotate. Left fingertips become a kickstand. Right hand draws across the left knee. Tall, lifted sideways as we look over your back shoulder. Then you'll move that left hand next to your left hip. You'll drop that right shoulder toward your right knee. You're looking over to the left. Just drop it to that point where you feel that lengthening through the back of that right shoulder. Then we'll release. We'll come up to our tall spine. Here we have our ankles crossed. We wrap our elbows around the outside of the knees. Pull the spine back, drop the chin to the chest, and then push outer knees against inside elbows. Then inhale, pull against the knees, sit up tall. Uncross your ankles. Bring your hands to the sides of your body with fingertips pointed forward. Strengthen through your feet to a big shoulder roll back. You'll press away from the ground and just lift your hips into tabletop. Getting some length through the front of the hips, the front of the shoulders. You feel that opening with breathing. On your exhale, tap the tailbone down. Shoulders stay wet. We'll bring those toes up to our boat pose. Now you can keep light fingertips to the side there or take open palms to the side. Just finding some strength in our core here. We breathe in. Exhale, you lower the feet hip distance, hands come back to the sides. Chest expands, we press away, lifting those hips back into that tabletop. Inhale, tailbone down. Again, keep that lifted sideways. Elbows soften there, we hinge back, toes come to boat. Maybe you take open palms to the side. Space stays under the chin. We breathe in. Here you're going to cross your ankles. Shift forward, bring your hands down to the floor, and then uncross your ankles as you shift into table. Here we tuck our toes. We have wide fingertips in the front of the mat. Press away from the ground and send your hips back to your heels. Feel your palms really pushing forward, so we're opening through the arches of the feet. And then we'll shift to the front, tuck the toes, lift the knees. First, we're looking back at the toes and really wrapping those triceps back, reaching the ribs toward the thighs. Then lifting the tailbone will allow the heels to sink closer to the ground. Sure that you feel some length through the hamstrings there. Take a deep breath in here. Then lift your heels, soften your knees, look forward, move toward the front of your mat. However that works best for you. Spread your toes, chest to thighs. We drop our forearms over the top of the head. We let the head and neck hang heavy. We take a deep breath. Then we bring our hands to our shins and lengthen into our flat back. Tailbone reaching away, top of your head reaching forward. Then as you soften into your knees, bring your hands to your thighs. Strengthen through your feet by pulling the soles of your feet in. Drop your tailbone, lift your heart forward. Roll your shoulders back and reach your arms, take your palms up. Then take those arms and reach them back. Palms facing down. Exhale, reach forward, palms up. Reach back, palms down. This time, press off your feet as you reach up and look all the way up nice and high. Bring those elbows wide into your gut and squares. Wide across the chest, looking toward the sky. Then inhale, reach the top. Exhale, hands into heart center, and we release to our fold. We bring our hands to our shins, halfway lift. Then as you bend into your knees and fingertips find the ground, step your left foot back. Wiggle the ball of your left foot away. Make sure your right knee is straight up over your ankle. And tap that left knee to the ground and lift forward. Then push that left heel back. Then tap the knee down. One more time, push that heel back. This time that knee tap will stay to the ground, the toes will drop under. You're pressing through the top of the left foot as you move your hands to your right thigh. You push away from the thighs, send your shoulders back, but then feel your hips just sinking forward, lengthening through that quad into those hip flexors. We breathe. Then we'll take that left hand, reach it to the sky. Stretch it, reach it over to the right. So you lengthen down that left side. Then inhale, bring it forward. Bring that left hand down to the ground. Take your right arm out to right side. As you push up left and rotate your right arm up, try to stack those shoulders. Then you're going to turn your right arm back. Bring the back of your right hand to the outside of your left palm facing up. Then try to nudge that right shoulder up toward the ceiling a little bit. Taking it. Then release that right hand back up, that move over the shoulder. And then move that right elbow onto your right knee. Tuck your left toe under, push the heel back. Then drop that left heel flat. As you push away from your right arm, take your left arm, reach it up and over your left ear with an open palm. Now really stretch or reach to that left side. Lengthen through that full side body. Take a deep breath. Then push away from your right foot and stand into gentle warrior. Have these nice long legs, fingertips reaching towards sky. Then we're going to lift our left heel, rotate forward to the front of your hands. You're going to push off your right foot, bend your left knee. Pull your arms down and just step to the front and bend your mountain. Beautiful. Inhale, reach your top. Here are those open goddess arms. Inhale, reach your top. Exhale, hands apart. We move back into our folds. We bring hands to shins for that halfway lift. Then bend into your knees, fingertips to ground. Right foot takes that big step back. Wiggle the ball of the right foot away, lengthening. Left shin straight up over ankle. Right knee taps down and take a look forward. Then we push that right heel firmly off. Then we tap the right knee down and forward. Then we actively push that right heel back. This time that right knee will land to the ground, the toes will drop under. You'll walk your hands onto your left thigh. Push the top of your right foot into the ground. As you press away from left thigh, your shoulders pull back. Then you just send your hips forward. Then those right fingertips reach to the ceiling. And then they stretch over to the left. Our left knee stays nice and stable. Take a deep breath. Then reach that right arm up. It comes down to the ground directly under your shoulder. Your left arm comes out to left side. As you push off right hand, left arm reaches up. We turn that left palm back. Bring the back of your left hand to the outside of your right hip. Then try to nudge that left shoulder up and back. You should feel that stretch across the chest and the front of the shoulder. Keep that shoulder there as you release that left hand up. Then move that left forearm onto your left thigh. Tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee. Send that right heel flat. Then take those right fingertips, lift and reach them up and forward in the air. Lengthen that whole right side, stretching the ankles to your hips. Raising through forward. Then we push off our left foot, stand up tall and gentle warrior. You're going to lift the right heel, bend the left knee, look forward. Ready? You're going to push off your left foot, send your hips back, and then you pull your arms down and step your right foot forward. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands up. Inhale, we fold. Into your core space. Palms feel like they're pulling toward toes. Inhale, we hold. Exhale, we press up into our down dog. Feeling those heels lengthening toward the ground. Chest reaching through. Inhale, we lift our heels, we come out to our plank. Choosing to bring your knees down if you prefer, elbows will squeeze the ribcage as we lower the ribs to the ground. The toes will drop down, the elbows will slide forward into your stretch. Now those elbows are nudging back toward the side of the waist as the top of the head lifts toward the side, the tops of the feet pressing into the ground. If it's comfortable for you to lift your elbows here, go ahead. Take a breath. Inhale, lower down. Move your hands and fingertips to the side to your waist, elbows in. Here, we're going to press on those fingertips, lift your heart forward. Float your toes up. Squeeze your heels toward each other. If it's comfortable for you to reach your arms back and let full focus, feel free, or fingertips stay down. Inhale, we hold. Exhale, we lower our toes. Bring our hands to the sides of the waist. Tone that belly space. Exhale, press up, knees or toes. Then tuck under and press through to your down dog. Maybe here you pedal those heels a few times. Inhale, we lift our heels, we look toward the front of our mat. We move to the front of the mat. Chest to thighs, we hold, inhale. Inhale, we lengthen a flat back. As you bend your knees, keep the sides of your waist long. Bring your hands to your thighs, drop back into your hips, lift your heart forward into that chair pose. Draw your shoulders right, open palms open. Then take those palms and reach them back. Then inhale, push up your fingers up. Exhale, open to your gut. Inhale, fingertips to side. Exhale, hands to heart. We go back to our pose. Here, fingertips find the ground, left foot steps back. We wiggle the ball of that left foot away, creating space. Then lower that left knee, lower the toes. This time, we'll sweep those fingertips to the sky. Send your hips forward, reach your arms back. We'll turn our palms to the ceiling, lifting up through the sideways. And then that right side is going to pull that left side over a little bit. Nice. Inhale, we lift up top. Exhale, we take our arms out to the side. We rotate that left hand down, just under shoulder. Rotate the left arm up. Then we'll tuck the left toes under. This is optional. Push that left heel back. Reaching right fingertips to side. Then that right forearm finds that right thigh. That left heel drops flat. We sweep that left arm up and over, side angle pose. Maybe you release that right elbow off the knee. It's an option. Then we push up our legs, stand up tall into gentle warrior. Here we lift that left heel, bend the right knee, turn to the front. All right, a little change here. Bring your hands to your heart. As you shift forward, you're going to lift that left heel. You're going to then push off that right foot and see if you can move that left foot into tree pose. Can you down around your calf at the knees to your inner thighs? We're trying to square hips and shoulders and reach that left knee upward. Maybe your arms come branches. Maybe your gaze moves to the side. Inhale, we reach the top. That left foot comes down. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, we fold. Exhale, flat back, half open. Then we bend our knees, fingertips to the ground, step back to your plank. Tone into that core space. Strong hands push away from the ground, down dog. Inhale, we lift, we come out to our plank. Choosing knees or toes here, elbows squeeze the ribs, hips drop, shoulders pull away. Either that Sphinx pose with your elbows, or your cobra, or your up dog, hands over shoulders. Top of the head reaches through the sky, shoulder blades melt away. Inhale, we lower down. Exhale, tented fingertips move to sideways. Rib cage lifts forward, elbows in close. Floating the tops of the feet, if that works for your lower back. Squeezing the heels, maybe releasing fingertips behind. Take a deep breath into that. Exhale, we lower toes, bring hands to the thighs. Knees can be down if you like, brace your core. Exhale, we push away from the ground and up and through to our down dog. Palms pushing forward, tailbone high, heels down. Inhale, we lift our heels, we look forward, we move to the front of our mat. We find that chest to thighs, forward fold. Hands to shins or out in front of your toes for a flat back. We bend the knees, we keep that long side waist, sweep those arms into your chair. Maybe this time they get to that ear space. Then those open palms reach back. Then we sweep them forward, push off the heels, reach all the way up, open into your thighs. Inhale, fall. Exhale, hands to heart. We fold. Fingertips to ground, right foot takes that big step back. Move your toes into that long space. Tap that right knee to the ground and drop the toes under. A sweep of the arms to lift the torso into our crescent lunge. We breathe inhale. Exhale, we reach up tall, arms go wide. Right arm comes down under right shoulder, left arm to stack. Stack those shoulders. Tuck right toes. Push that heel back if that's comfortable. Looking up toward that seat. Then that left elbow comes to that left thigh. We drop our right heel flat. We make our feet strong. We sweep the right arm up and over. Side angle. Maybe that left elbow comes to the knee. Strengthen the push away from left foot, reach and call gentle warrior. Lift your right heel, bend your left knee as you rotate forward. And then you come forward, bringing weight to that left leg. Move your hands to your heart. Here we go. Chest off, right foot moves into your tree. Lift out of your head. Top of the head reaches to the ceiling. Stacking hips and shoulders, move it up square to the front. Reaching that right knee to the side. Your foot can be on your calf, low towards your ankle or your inner thigh. Not standing on the knee itself. If you like those branches, go for it. Maybe move your gaze upward. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, reach fingertips to the sky. Hands to the heart as right foot. Inhale, you fold. Halfway lift. Bend the knees, fingertips to ground, step your feet to your plank. Turn those biceps for toe, neck, or space. Exhale, press and lift to your down dog. Inhale, heels lift, we find our foot. Knees or toes, elbows to ribs, hips up. Shoulders away as we lift into swings, full breath, full breath. Inhale, the rib cage comes down. Tented fingertips to sideways. Heart lift, still fall to your neck. Toes might float, heels draw in. Maybe arms reach low. Right in. Exhale, fingertips to side, hands and palms tuck back towards face. Knees or toes press away from the ground and press through to your down dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, try to reach your chest a little closer to your thighs. Inhale, lift your heels, bring your knees wide. Tuck your toes close together to settle your tailbone toward your heels. Forehead rests to the ground or on the back of your hands. If your forehead is resting to the ground on its own, maybe your arms move to the side. Release that lower back space. Take a long breath, inhale. Side away, exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Here we'll release the arms gently round the spine out. Bring hips and knees around to the front. Making sure you have most of your mat behind you. Bring your hands behind your knees, pull against them to lift your ribcage. Take a deep breath, feel your shoulder blades release. Then tuck your chin to your chest. This is rolling like a ball. We're drawing the belly in, the tailbone is softening under. As you roll back, you'll just go to your shoulder blades. Then you'll lift your toes, kick your heels, pull your knees to your chest and come up. And you can do these whatever pace you like. You soften into that ball shape, rock back, kick, come up top. Make sure you're softening your chin first and then the tailbone. Kick and come. Nice. This time we'll rock back and stay back. You release your neck, shoulders, and head. Wrap your hands around the front of your shins and hug your knees close. Maybe some movement through that lower back here. Maybe circles, maybe side to side. Whatever feels nice for you. Take a deep breath. Inhale, hug both knees in. Exhale, extend left leg straight out, lengthening it to the ground. Move your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Drop your right arm flat out to the right. Draw that right knee and hip up and over to your left side. And then turn your gaze to the right. Use the right hand to draw that left knee across toward the ground. Your right shoulder sinks flat to the floor. We breathe. Exhale, we soften. Inhale, we lengthen that space. Exhale, we soften. One more inhale. Can you draw that right knee closer to the ground and maybe a little closer to your ribs? Then we'll release that right knee with that left hand. We'll bring it back to the center. As your right foot finds the ground, you'll hug your left knee into your chest. Slide that right leg all the way out, creating as much length as you can. Drop your left arm flat out to the side. Use your right hand to draw that left knee up and over to that right side. Turn your head, look to your left. Release that left shoulder, and then focusing on drawing the knee further over. Inhale. Exhale, we release. Inhale, we deepen. Exhale, we release. One more inhale there. Exhale, we release. We bring that left knee back to center. Bring your left toes to the ground and slide your right foot into match. Drop both knees out wide into butterfly. Right? So we just release those outer hips. We'll let the inner hips release here. Shoulders flat, back of the neck long, jaw softened. Maybe back of hands rest into inner thighs. Long inhale through the nose. And exhale. Again, we inhale. And exhale. Here we'll bring our inner knees in. Bring them into your chest. Relax that tailbone space. And then choose. Maybe you want to go to your dead bug here, or toes to sky, or bring your knees wide, reach toward your toes for a happy baby. Whichever position just feels nice for your body, you're allowing your body to release into your mat, right? Just letting gravity do its job. Still the neck, jaw, and brow are softened. We inhale. And we exhale. Then we'll gently lower our toes to the ground. Any Shavasana space you like. You can go back to that butterfly. You can bring inner knees together if we're protecting lower back. And that knee knock pose. Or you can find corpse pose, legs extended to corners of mat. Open palms, either out to the side, flat down on your belly, or over the top of your head. Long inhale through your nose. Your exhale now moves through your nose as well. Breaths are long, filling the lungs, and then emptying them. We'll start bringing light movement back to fingertips and toes. Then your ankles move, your wrists circle. We'll step our feet in, wide knees, and gently rock them from side to side. Again, releasing that lower back hip space. Then drawing knees in one at a time, hugging them close to the chest, feeling the lift of your tailbone away from the ground. Taking a long breath through your nose. Exhaling it up. With your next breath, gently move yourself into any comfortable seat. We'll find the lift through the sides of the waist, release through the shoulder blades, those open palms. Touch thumbs and fingertips together. Take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale, melt those shoulder blades into your back pockets and keep them there for the rest of the day. Inhale, reach your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, hands move to heart center. We take a gentle bow forward as we say namaste. Good work, everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Becky.